Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us tmosso@the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. Today, we are discussing the extension of the Tudor Pelagos FXD collection that first began in 2021. This model right here is U.S. Navy themed rather than Marine Nationale. So an American themed 2023 release for the 2024 model year. It celebrates the historical association between Tudor and the United States Navy. Pelagos FXD in titanium, 42 millimeters in diameter. You could see with this textile strap, there's two different ways to measure the thickness. If it's just the case without the strap, then it's 12.9 millimeters. If you measure it with the strap, then the total thickness is 14 millimeters. From lug tip to lug tip, I measure it 49.6 millimeters. You can see it has a continuous loop style lug, again integral in the same sense that the welded on lugs of the historic mill subs were integral, and it's a 22 millimeter spacing, so the strap size is 22. The strap, combination of military green and red, the red shocks, a historic element not just of Tudor submariners, but also its big brother, which also made mill subs. You can see the hardware here is in titanium, and the closure is Velcro, which within a range gives you infinite adjustability and quite a bit of security on the wrist. We will take a look at this watch on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. And while it's not a petite case at approximately 50 millimeters lug to lug and 42 in diameter, it does wear light on the wrist due to the fact that it's made up of titanium, ceramic, and sapphire. So here it is now on my wrist. We'll zoom out a little bit and give you a better sense of perspective and scale. I recommend this watch for a wrist of 15 centimeters circumference or larger. So you can see on my wrist, let's do this right. Let's strap this down and make it tight. I would strap it down quite tightly. Now it sits even. It's actually flat enough that it will fit underneath the jacket cuff. Taking a look down the barrel, the lugs are not over the edge of my wrist, so I think you could wear this on a wrist a little bit smaller than mine. So 15 centimeters circumference or larger. Again, my wrist is 16. Taking a look from the top, which always exaggerates the width of the watch, the lugs are out to the edge, but not beyond the edge of my wrist. And all in all, it's very light for its size. Open up the Velcro closure. We'll pull my hand back out there. I've got a little wound on my right and left hand. Right hand is healing. The left hand has not healed, so I'm wearing a glove. Taking a look at the watch itself, we have those lovely nostalgic bezels, a nod to the era when the Tudor and Rolex subs shared the same case, and they would have shared the same lovely handmade bevels. Well, these are industrial applied bevels, but they're handsome and they add character to the watch. Likewise, the pointy crown guard, a nod to a moment in time in the early 1960s, and we do have a screw-down crown. Unlike the conventional Pelagos, which is 500 meters and has a helium valve, this one does not have a helium valve, and it is a 200-meter watch. And again, you've got those loop-style lugs, so fitting a accessory strap requires a little bit of planning. Everything is satin finished. This is grade 2 titanium. And then we have a bezel that is a 60-click bezel. It has very sharp micro knurling. Its outer edge really easy to grip, and so it's easier, in my opinion, than a Rolex sub to grip in place. And although the Rolex sub bezel is 120 click, there's no lack of precision and there's no play here. We also have a fully calibrated bezel with ceramic insert, and this fully calibrated insert that shows every minute and every tens of minutes is another nod to the old mill subs. We'll do a loom shot here where you're going to be surprised and delighted to learn that the entire dial is luminescent, including all three hands, making it very easy to read in the dark. And of course, a dive bezel, I would prefer it to a chronograph. Fewer maintenance costs down the line, easier to read at a glance, and I rarely time anything that has more than 60 minutes elapsed. So we have a dial that is matte black, anti-reflective, no date here, so no date compared to a standard Pelagos. We have the Tudor snowflake style hands, a nod to the 1968 to mid-70s Tudor Submariner snowflake designs. We've got that evocative red Pelagos, a nod to the 1960s and mill subs of all descriptions. And there's nothing of note on the case back. You can see there's no special U.S. Navy dedication or Marine Nationale or year of manufacture. So I just wanted to note that. Inside the case, we have manufacturer Kinesi, Tudor, caliber MT5602, automatic winding with bidirectional action, 25 joules, 4 hertz beat rate, stop seconds function, 70 hours of reserve, COSC chronometer certification and 5-position adjustment, anti-magnetic silicone hairspring, and it features a full balance bridge with a full free sprung balance for better shock tolerance. The free sprung balance also allowing very precise adjustment via variable inertia bolts on the balance rim. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.